Hi guys, it's been a minute. So we have, since we last chatted, I have had my last infusion 2 weeks ago today. So I'm still in the cycle of it, so my body's still reacting to chemo. This last cycle was not the best, but one foot in front of the other. So yeah, but in there, I've managed to go out with some friends, have a brunch, do some breakfast. Carol and I went to a couple of stores. I don't last the whole time she lasts in the stores, but I get out and it's been nice. This week I felt my best. I want to, I know who says this, but I want to go back to work. I'm ready. Let's go. With that being said, I just got my phone call this morning. So my surgery is in about a week and a half. Still double mastectomy. And there's all these things they're going to do. They're going to, the first thing in the morning, first thing in the morning, okay. I'm getting a contrast shot in my breast. And so that it goes into your lymph nodes so that they can see which lymph node they're going to take out. They have to, no matter what, take out at least one or two, have it go to pathology right away while you're still under, and make sure that it's cancer-free. If it's not, they'll take more. My MRI and my mammo and all of that states that we probably won't have that problem. So that's good. It's fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So yeah, all of that's coming up, and it's coming up quickly. How do I feel about it? I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous. I'm having an amputation when I've been offered a different solution. I know me enough, 56 years of knowing me, that if I don't go this route, I will spend the rest of my life, the proverbial looking over your shoulder. I'll be doing that. I'll be in my head. I will cough, maybe have a pain and be like, oh my God, is that cancer? I can't live like that. I won't live like that. Not when I know me as well as I know me. Like we've said in previous things, it was a 0.3% between the lumpectomy and the mastectomy. So that's enough for me. So yeah, that's the route we're going. And 3 weeks after surgery, I'm actually, something's in my eye. I'm actually planning on being back to work. So if all goes well in Dr. Stacy's mind, that's the plan. I need to get back to it. I need to get back to it. Whatever my new normal is going to look like, and I know it's going to be new, and I know I'll never be who I was prior to this diagnosis 7 months ago. I'm ready to take on whatever the new me will be, because it's necessary. 48 hours. I'm going to stay in 2 nights. They told me it's going to be either 2 or 4 drains. They aren't sure until the moment they're putting them in. My breast surgeon is also working in tandem with the plastic surgeon to make sure I get a really nice closure. So I love that. I love that they'll both be in the room. And it's the plastic surgeon that decides how many drains I will have. I just was informed this morning with the phone call that I'm staying in the hospital for 2 nights, just to manage my pain, manage the drains, make sure everything's going well. So that's pretty good. I'm staying at a pretty good hospital. I I just looked up the rooms because I'm like, okay, what do the rooms look like? And it looks like they're all single rooms. So I'm happy about that. You know, I've had many surgeries before. I know how I felt on those before. I have no idea how I'll feel on this one because, you know, haven't done it. So, yeah, I'm making a list of, I like to be in my own clothes. So if they at least let me be in my own pants, I want to be, you know. So I'm making a list of things that I want Carol to bring. And we're going to go from there. She needs to stay home with me for the first week after surgery. Help me get up, get down, all of those things. But then they seem to think that I'm going to be able to do this on my own. So yay. I'm so easily ready to ask for help ever. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of short and sweet. I think what I'll do is talk with you again in about 3 weeks post-op. I'll have a lot more to say because everything right now is a little on the unknown, right? I'm getting my labs done on Tuesday and I'm going to the hospital a week later. So there we have it. You guys, thank you for going along on this ride with me. Oh, you know, let me explain a little bit of this last infusion so that you know everyone's different. I'll always say that, but it is a cumulative, and this one kicked my bum. I was more nauseous than I've ever been. I was more tired than I've ever been. Like I would go and stand at the counter in the kitchen to make toast, and my entire body was like, you sit down now. So it was a little rougher than it had been, you know, before. But all in all, everyone's different with the Taxol regiment versus the AC regiment. The Taxol, for me, it put me in the hospital. And then it put me down for 30 hours. We're going to have a visitor. Oh, you're going around. Thank you. And then it put me down for 30 hours, you know, 2 infusions later. So that one was rougher on me, the Taxol version. AC just put me down, you know, but it didn't put me in the hospital. So that's how I'm gauging it, is that. So yeah, I mean, I just, hold on one second. Good chew. Thank you. So yeah, I'm glad it's done. I cried a little bit before my last infusion because I just didn't want to anymore. Like I don't want to, you know. Oh, one thing the doctor said is that after surgery, I'm going to need a year of immunotherapy. So the port that I have in my chest, unfortunately, it has to stay. I was hoping to get it out during surgery, during breast surgery, but it has to stay because the immunotherapy, if I keep the port, is every 6 weeks. If I do it intravenously, it's every 3 weeks. I choose 6 weeks, so I will keep the port until that's done. I won't need radiation because there's nothing left to radiate. So that's good. I didn't want to do a daily thing of that as well. You know, would I have, of course, but I don't want to. And when he said, both of them, both the oncologist and the breast surgeon said that I wouldn't have to do that. So I was pretty happy about that. So yeah, immunotherapy after. I asked about GLP-1 because I'm going to want to go on that. I gained about 25 pounds on this. The days of losing weight are minimal these days, because they have such good nausea medication and all of that, that the majority of people take to the medication. And they also add a crap ton of steroids and weight. So I know me, when I look down, I am big breasted. So when I look down, I see breast. I don't see weight. That'll change very shortly here. And I know that will play a mental game with me as well. So what I'm going to do is, I was on a GLP-1, and we were getting ready to move me to a different type, and then diagnosis. So stop everything. So I asked about that. They said that, by end of August, I'll be able to start that up again. So I've already made my appointment. I'm doing everything I can, knowing how my brain works, knowing how I overthink a lot. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I stay out of there. I just stay out of there and move forward. So yeah, I'm putting all the pieces in place to secure that. Other than that, waiting game. Waiting game to surgery. Lots of time to think. So with this newfound energy, I'm gonna make myself busy, and hopefully that'll work. So I will see you on the other side of surgery and let you know how I'm doing then, okay? Have a great weekend. It's Friday today. Have a great weekend. Bye.